I got another problem with that. See, if it kind of feels like you're presenting it as if most men play games, but I think I
No,
venture to say that's atypical. Um,
that's not what I said at
I feel like
all.
there's a it really. I mean, that's the impression I got just from the way you delivered it.
Okay.
That's all. So it seemed that way, and most men really aren't trying to play games. There are men. Most men would certainly rather a serious relationship, so they articulate it. And I even take it further to say that more men fall into confusing situations than women, at least in modern time.
There go God
I don't think it
again.
was always that. Mhm.
Well, you kind of break it up again, Trey.
Yeah, so I would say that I think men fall victim to that confusion more than women, right? At least in modern times today, being that women are presented with a lot more options as it is. Men are falling victim to that confusion. Most men that I know, they are trying to date seriously and they want to have a wife, but they may not be afforded that opportunity.
Let me go to.
Well,
Ma-
Hold on, y'all. Let me go to Shan because she been having her finger raised. Go ahead, Shan.
Okay, so I understood what you were saying, Bruiser, and I absolutely agree. It would be great if men could do that. A lot of men. What we're saying is we're in this dating scene. You guys are married, bless you. You're not out here. So it would look like this, Rev. You got friends who are married, right? They're looking for marriage, but that's not stopping them from dating a girl until they find their wife. And so for that girl, it looks like, oh, she may really like him, but he looking for his wife, and she doesn't quite know that he's not seeing the wife in her. So, because most people aren't just sitting there single, not doing anything. So I know it's easy for us to look over the person that we don't want, but we're talking about that person because that person could be you one day, you know? And that goes for men and women alike, because there are women who go on dates with guys and she has no intention on being with this guy. She's just liking the free meal. So I get it. It can definitely go both ways. But if you are in a situation as a woman, before you get up your body to a man, I would definitely make it very clear on where it is I stand. I think that what happens is women think that they are a little stronger than they are before after sex. And they'll be like, oh, I'm not looking for anything either. And then now, caught feelings because, open your legs to them and it doesn't change the whole game. When you should go in and say, hey, I'm looking for marriage. Now, I'm not sure if it's you or not, but just know that I move forward with you. That's what I'm looking for, something like that. So when you get behind me and you understand that you asking me, I'm sorry, everybody ain't crazy like
you
me.
talking about
That's
doggy style?
that's how that's how I
Lord have
you're
mercy,
not
woman.
you're not touching my body without. I'm just not open
You
for
said
that
we
for
get
everything.
behind me. We know what your position is.
So what I'm saying, it's just I'm using it. That's not me. I'm just giving you an example.
No, that's
Women,
you
so
for the
let
paper.
me put it back, okay? Women should not be, in my opinion, if you are looking for marriage, you should not be so easy to give your body up to a man. You need to make sure that this guy is in it. You guys on the same page at the same time. If he's still saying, well, I'm not really sure what I want, but I know I want, this is the problem. They go, I'm sure I want marriage. I know I want to be married, but I'm just not sure when. Oh, okay. Let me know when you're ready. I'll come back around, because that's what they do. They'll put down like, oh, I want to be married, just not right now. So she's like, okay, he wants to be married. So she stays in there and for years and years, and that right now never comes. When in actuality, it's just not with you. So, with that being said, it is so important for women to close their legs until they've gained that clarity. You're not as strong as you think you are, young lady, unless you've just been out here in these streets. And you should definitely ask a man and make sure you guys are on the same page throughout the entire process. And then lovely, and then real fast, I'm so sorry. And Bruiser, you're absolutely, it will be so.
Oh, good
Did
God.
you just kick her off?
Lord.
No.
But I mean, to be honest, there shouldn't really be any objection to what Shan said. Like, there shouldn't be no objection to her telling women that they should get more clarity on where they are in a relationship before they give up their body. I don't know how any of us can object to that.
I can, because some women is just not in the situation to where, well, I get it. Needing the clarity is important. But going around and ask, it depends on what you're asking for. If you want to be married, you know what I'm saying? Yes, you need to be out here trying to get some clarity. But if you just want to go out and have a good time and stuff, and you're getting that, and
But
that's cool, but this dude feel like he wants to be married to you and you don't, then you need to let that nigga know, look, I'm just here for a good time.
that's what she said. She said she's speaking to a specific group
Oh, so
of women.
is that what she said?
Yeah, she said if
Okay.
if you want to get married, it's important for you to get clarity on where you are in a relationship. That's literally
Okay,
what she
so
said.
if that's what she said, then yeah, she
I
said she didn't say that.
So no. I said if you know that your goal is to be married, right? Don't get yourself involved in these situationships. Don't go into a situation with a man who is on the same page as you. He is ready for marriage as well. Don't do that pending. Oh, when the time is right. Listen, now I'm not sure it's going to be with you, but I need us both to be on the same page, as that's what we're looking for in our lives. That's what we are. And if this were to work out, if we see each other like that, it's a great possibility. People be jumping into stuff too fast, giving their bodies out, and then it doesn't work out with this person. It's the next person. We gotta stop this. This is ridiculous.
Here's my only caveat. If a woman is not a virgin, she shouldn't be so pressed about getting clear.
What?
Excuse me? So if your daughter loses her virginity, she just give it to every man who comes her way.
A man is not gonna be. If a man know you've been busting it open on, and you 34 years old, you've been busting it open all your life. It's gonna be difficult for him to give you clarity up front. He need to see if, okay, does your trauma affect you? He need to date you. He need a little bit more time before he give you clarity, and you might just be a bust down because of your track record.
Why can't he get the clarity with your legs closed? You can keep your legs closed when he's getting that clarity.
I'm just saying. Some guys, you got to understand where guys are going to come from. I'm not saying that's not. Listen,
we have
let me be clear.
Please.
Let me be clear. I'm not saying that's who I am, but I'm saying I'm from listening to guys, knowing your track record and your history. It's gonna be hard for him to be very clear up front. He gonna need a little bit more time to vet you out, to figure out where your mind at. Like, does your past affect you? Like, how many kids you got? Like, how are we gonna mess together? He need a little bit more time. He can't just be clear, because then he'll be dishonest in the beginning. So he probably, but if you were like virgin or something or close to it, then he probably can be more clear.
What does that have to do
you
with,
haven't had a history, huh?
What does that have to do with the woman getting clarity before she busts it wide open?
She already done bust. That's what I'm saying. If she don't already
for him, like, what does that have to do with? What does that have to do? Like, I understand you talking about the man having to go through the vetting process. I understand that.
Yeah.
What does that have to do with her behavior and what she needs to be doing?
So does it make a sense that after 30 dudes, now she need clarity, like on whether or not she's just a bust down? That's what I'm trying to figure. I'm trying to figure out the logic in it.
These outrageous numbers.
Hold on. You don't bent it over 100 times, and now you need clarity. Like,
let's say for the sake of argument,
she take a break.
I grant your argument. I grant your argument. Hold on, wait. I grant your argument. Let's say for the sake of argument that she did get bust down by 30 dudes. If she's ready for marriage, and she tells old boy, hold on, wait. I'm just saying. Hold on, wait. Hold on, hear me out. Humor me.
You gotta hear how that sounds.
I know. Let me humor me for a second. Let's say for the sake of argument, she did get buzzed down by 30 dudes, and now she's ready for marriage, right? And Shan comes in and tells her, hey, before you bust it wide open for him, get clarity on whether that guy wants to marry you or not. How does that discount what she says? If dude comes up to her and say, hell nah, chick, you just gonna be a side chick because you've been buzzed down by 30 dudes. Does that mean she has to say, oh, well, damn, I've been buzzed down by 30 dudes. Might as well bust it wide open for you. Or does she have to keep trying it back to figure out if somebody gonna fall for it or not?
If she,
I ain't saying it's gonna work for her, but how does that discount what Shan said?
And let me ask you, this is the problem I have with that, right? It's so funny. First of all, 30 people, y'all watch too much. I understand there's women out there. That's a lot of people. Okay. First and foremost, everybody who has a past doesn't have 30 people. It could be 1 or 2 relationships, long relationships,
At
right?
40?
And even if they got it, huh?
At 40?
what now?
2 relationships? 2 bodies at 40? No, come on.
It's possible. People be in long relationships. What are you talking about?
I think it's somewhere
And so
between that
the reason-
average
so
15.
clarity, you be in relationships. Listen, I know lots of people who be in long relationships. A lot of them. They shouldn't be, but they have been in long relationships. So, with that being said, even if she was in, let's just say, a couple of relationships, how do you even know that you are even doing what that person did to enter her body in the first place? Like, you're even that dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, compare yourself to her past. Are you even, you're assuming that you even have what they have to have gotten that far with her, or did the things that they did for her to get to where they are. You know what I'm saying?
So you think Vivica Fox need clarity?
That makes.
You said you think Vivica Fox need
You think Vivica Fox need
I don't
clarity?
think she should be throwing her. No, I don't think she should be leading. I don't think any woman should be leading with sex. I don't.
I ain't say lead.
I think
And Shane.
I think that women should be more. I don't think women should be as accessible. Like I say that all the time, as accessible as they are. Every man should not have access to your body. End of discussion.
And she does.
That makes sense. But you see how you made that comparison, and you were like, okay, you might not have what those 29 other guys might have had. That's why men.
First of all, I don't think women have 30 bodies. I think that you guys be just exaggerating because you hear those.
Depends on what generation. Maybe not your generation. Maybe not your generation. Because I talk to a lot of females that are way younger, and the numbers are high. They're high. When you're talking about chicks deal with somebody for like 3 months, and then switch it up. And that comparison that you were making, that's why dudes avoid that in the first place, because they don't really want to deal with that comparison and all of those other guys and stuff. That's why we say, oh, body count matters, because we don't want to compete with all of that. And when you think about it, her being able to bond with you is different. Like when a female goes through so many dudes over time, she just desensitized. And that's not something that you really want to deal with. And that's problematic for us.
I think that's a certain type. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, Sweeney. Go ahead.
She never said that we're not talking about women waiting until like these chicks being buzzed down and waiting until marriage to have sex again. All Shan said was make sure you got clarity that the motherfucker that you about to give it up to actually wants to be with you. That's all she's saying. Like,
is that not what's happening though, Sweeney? So you don't see that that's a trend that women are going to go had they in their 20s.
Let's say for the sake of argument that is true, right? That they had their fun in their 20s. How does this discount her saying the next person that you give it up to, at least make sure the motherfucker want to be with you before you give it up to him? She ain't saying be a born again virgin and wait till marriage. She's just saying make sure the person that you give it up to next, if you want to be in a relationship, wants to be in a relationship with you. Or are you or Bruiser, are you simply saying that once a hoe, always a hoe, you might as well stay there?
Well, I'm just saying, just be consistent with your standards. If you're gonna bust it open all the way to 40, and then you turn 41, I'm a celibate to marriage. It's just kind of like
nobody said that.
Let me say this though, and people gonna get mad at this, right? Because people like to say I be counting, Why would you want to be with that person? What is y'all's obsession with women who have high body counts? There are so many women who don't have that many body counts. Just date one of them. If you in your mind know that all these body counts is gonna bother you later on, why are you even involving yourself with her? Just walk away. She's not the one for you, because the body count, you can't do anything about it. You can't go back and erase it.
Yeah, you can't.
You can swab it all you want to. It's still there.
I concur.
I get that, but like, isn't it an issue with I don't know if somebody used this on a podcast. I mean, not a podcast, but said something about an imprint or some shit. She always gonna have my imprint or something like that, because I think, and then she spoke. I forgot what interview it was. She spoke. She said she been married for 7 years, but the man she met, it was one man she met that just that's all she think about or some shit. Like the dude she's with now, Ken, will never get there, and she understand that. She never hold it over his head, and he understanding that he's okay with it, and she respectful. But she said if she was to be honest, like the dude blew her back out. You know what I'm saying? And then she never had that experience, almost like getting crack or some shit and trying to look for that next hire. You know what I'm saying? Isn't it safe to say, ladies on the panel, if y'all can be honest, I don't know if y'all allowed to. This might not be safe for work, but is it a such thing as a man putting it down so well? It's kind of hard for you to get that feeling in the next man if he's not in that same type caliber. Because I hear a lot of guys argue about it, even in the gym, like, man, something about an imprint, something about putting it down, and then all of a sudden,
y'all put too much focus on Barry.
I'm just asking, just for clarity. I'm not siding with him. I'm just.
But
The only
but
imprint
Bruiser,
I
her
ever heard
advice
of was on Twilight, and it was about some werewolves.
But Bruiser, her advice to women has nothing to do with our advice to men.
Right.
Like there's nothing wrong with us as men still telling men be careful about women who have high body counts. That still holds weight. You know what I mean? Like that still holds weight.
Yeah.
However, how does her advice towards women counteract our advice? We say don't worry, like, because at least, and like to Shan's point, if you don't want to be with a hoe, just don't be with a hoe. At least she gonna know right off the bat you ain't trying to fuck with her because she a hoe. Or gonna know right off the bat, all you want from her is hoe type behavior, which is I'm just trying to blow your back out and skeet and keep it moving.